historic race for Oregon governor is still too close to call this morning. Non-affiliated candidate Betsy Johnson conceded last night.
It's now between Republican candidate Christine Drazen and Democratic candidate Tina Kotek. Fox 2's Mia Villanueva joins us live from the Clark County Elections Office, where we are expecting an update on the numbers today, right?
Kim and Shauna, that is right. According to the county clerk here, Sherry Hall, they will be giving an update on vote count at 6 o'clock tonight. So, of course, we will be standing by for that. And according to Fox 12 political analyst John Horvick, he estimates that there are somewhere between 800 to 900,000 votes left to be counted. And many of those votes may be coming in by mail. You may remember in the past that Oregonians had to have their ballots in by Election Day if they were mailing them in. But for the first time this year, they were able to mail in those ballots on Election Day. And so long as they were postmarked with yesterday's date, those ballots will be counted. But as of last check, as of right now, Kotek has about 46% of the vote and Drazen has about 45% of the vote, so just 1% separating the two. Now, both candidates held watch parties last night. Christine Drazen held one at the Oregon Garden in Silverton, where supporters remained very positive the entire night. Drazen addressed her supporters just before 11:30 last night, saying the race is still too close to call, but she is positive about being Oregon's next governor.
I had the privilege and the joy of crossing into every corner of this state, listening to you, debating the issues, raising support, and building the kind of team that could fight for our future and win.
Now, Kotek's watch party was at the Hyatt Regency, where Democrats anxiously watched as the numbers were updated. She addressed the crowd just after 11 last night. At the time, she led her opponent, Republican Christine Drazen, by less than 20,000 votes.
We need to respect the process. We need to wait. Every vote counts. Every vote must be counted. And so it looks like we might be waiting a while before things are official. And that's, frankly, that's okay.
Of course, we will continue to update you on any numbers we do get in this race as soon as we get them. And coming up in the next half hour at 6:30, I'll have an update on another close race for a seat on Congress in Oregon's 5th congressional district. Now, as of right now, the Republican candidate, Lori Chavez-DeRemer, and Democratic candidate, Jamie McLeod-Skinner, are separated by just 10,000 votes. So another close race there. And again, I will have an update for you coming up at 6:30 on Good Day Oregon. For now, reporting live, I'm Mia Villanueva. Good Day Oregon.
All right, Mia, thank you. We are still waiting to hear if Oregon voters will pass one of the strictest gun measures in the country. As we wait for more votes to be counted, the fate of Measure 114 is up in the air. Fox 2's Drew Reeves joins us live now from the Multnomah County Elections Division with more on what people on both sides of the issue are saying this morning. Drew, good morning.
Good morning. And yeah, as you were just saying, if passed, this will be one of the strictest gun measures in the country. Right now, it is passing by less than 1%. Just about 10,000 votes separate the yes and the no vote, with obviously still thousands of votes to be counted this morning. Currently, Oregon law allows people over 18 to acquire firearms, and the seller or transferor must request a criminal background check. But if Measure 114 passes, it would require a permit from law enforcement to acquire a firearm. They would also maintain a permit database. The measure would also prohibit the possession or transfer of ammunition magazines capable of holding more than 10 rounds, with some exceptions. Those who support yes on Measure 114 say they will make communities safer for all, but those opposed say this will only impede the process for responsible firearm owners.
We're going to save lives by reducing gun violence. We're going to wait until all the votes come in. But yeah, we are happy with this campaign that really has achieved the impossible by already making the ballot. It's been a huge victory for a largely volunteer force.
The measure impacts responsible firearms owners, and unfortunately, it doesn't impact the criminal element.
Now, the president of the Oregon State Shooting Association, who you just heard from there, says the organization is committed to making communities safer, but thinks awareness and training to help people with mental health issues is what he would like to see more of. Now, both sides of this issue agree it is obviously too close to call right now. We'll, of course, be monitoring the results all morning and bringing you the latest right here. Reporting live in Southeast Portland, Drew Reeves. Good Day, Oregon.
All right, Drew, thank you. More results this morning in Multnomah County. This is how Measure 26-231 is shaping up. As you can see, the noes are ahead with 56% of the vote. The yeses have 44%. If passed, this measure would change the county charter to extend the right to vote to non-citizens. Now, this would only apply to elections in Multnomah County for things like county chair, sheriff, and commissioner seats. Multnomah County ranked choice voting. There you see the yeses way ahead with 67% of the vote. This measure would allow voters to rank candidates in order of preference. Here's how the county commission chair race is shaping up. You can see Jessica Vega Peterson up with 53% of the vote, Sharon Mirren with 47% of the vote. As for the ballot measure to change the Portland city government, you can see the yeses are ahead with 56%. If passed, this would implement a new system where council members would no longer be selected by a citywide vote. Instead, they'd be selected from 4 new city council districts. Each district would have 3 members, expanding the council to a total of 12 members. And finally, instead of commissioners running bureaus, a city manager hired by the mayor would handle day-to-day business.
Oregon senior U.S. Senator Democrat Ron Wyden has won re-election. He defeated Republican Joe Ray Perkins, who has never held elected office. Wyden, who was first elected to the Senate in 1996, chairs the powerful Senate Finance Committee. He also sits on the Energy and Natural Resources Committee, Budget and Intelligence Committee as well. In Washington's Senate race, a familiar face will once again take the seat. Democrat Patty Murray just won her 6th term. Murray beat out Tiffany Smiley after repeatedly claiming her Republican challenger was too extreme for Washington state. According to the Federal Elections Commission, Senator Murray spent nearly $21 million during her campaign push. Smiley wasn't far behind, spending nearly $15 million. Murray's 30 years in the Senate places her behind only Democrat Senators Warren Magnuson and Henry Scoop Jackson for longest service in the Senate from Washington.
Oregon has some big measures on the ballot this year. The decisions on some of those are still too close to call, but Oregon Measure 113, which has to do with lawmaker absences, has been passed with a resounding yes from voters. You can see 68% say yes to this. It bars politicians with repeated absences from running for re-election. So this would make legislative walkouts more difficult. Now, Oregon Measure 112 would remove slavery and involuntary servitude as a punishment for a crime. You can see the yeses are up with 54% of the vote. Oregon voters are looking to remove a line in the state constitution that specifically says slavery is illegal, except as a form of punishment for a crime. Finally, Oregon Measure 111, you see here, boy, it's a dead heat right now, 50-50. It would give every Oregonian access to affordable health care. Right now, the results of the measure, too close to call. It's worth noting, this is a declaration of principles. Basically, it would not suddenly provide health care to people who don't have coverage.
It has been a battle to flip or keep Oregon seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. In at least 3 district incumbents, they have held on. In the U.S. House, the incumbent in Oregon District 1, Democrat Suzanne Bonamici, will be holding on to her seat, earning 66% of the vote, actually 67 here, as you can see, over her opponent. In the U.S. House Oregon District 2, Republican incumbent Clint Bentz has held on to his seat as well with a substantial lead, as you can see here. In U.S. House Oregon District 3, Democrat Earl Blumenauer held on to his seat with another substantial lead. And right now, U.S. House Oregon District 4 Democrat Val Hoyle is the projected winner.